What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Just Like Smith channel. Before we get into today's video, we have run into some big problems on rebuilding the F-250. Kind of some parts issues, some supply chain issues. Probably has to do with COVID, you know, as everything. But I'm actually a little bit sick right now, and I've been laying in the bed for like the past 2 days, so I haven't really got much done. But I'm feeling a little bit better, so I wanted to come out here and make a video and explain to you all kind of what we've ran into. And I want to go ahead and announce what size lift we're doing exactly, what size tires I decided on, and what brand the lift kit is going to be. Throw some pictures up on the screen, hopefully, if I can find something that's sort of like what I'm doing. So we will get into that here in just a second, but first off, my bumper brackets and my tow hooks. The tow hooks will be like the last thing ever to get powder coated, along with this big bottom like tube piece that's red right here. And that is just simply because that's what's holding the truck up. So that will be the absolutely last thing to go off to powder coat all by itself. Everything else will go off to powder coat all together and come back all together, or maybe in like 2 pickups. But the axles, all the lift kit, everything else will go all off to powder coat at the same time and get rebuilt at the same time. I'm not sure if I'm going to start on that in this video a little bit or not. I really don't feel like fooling with those axles. It's like 5 o'clock and I'm still not ate. I just don't really have much of an appetite. But I'm out here for you guys, and we've ran into some issues, but we're going to work through it and figure it all out. It's not really a huge issue, but I want to get your all's opinions on it anyway and see what you all think I should do, or how you think it's going to turn out in the end once all this stuff is said and done. And I need to go ahead and explain to y'all what lift we're doing anyway, to kind of explain why I even bought this part. It's so annoying to talk with a stopped up nose. I'm sure y'all can understand. But I do need to get my front bumper off because all of the brackets inside of the front bumper are red. So I want to get those off to powder coat. You know, we're about to start making a pile right here on the whole floor right here of everything that is going off to powder coat, which will be everything underneath the truck. But anyway, I'm going to set the camera up, set it on a little time lapse of me taking off the front bumper. It's literally 4 bolts on the front and then 1 bolt on each side on the insides. So it's like 6 bolts total, and I do have a video like way back on how to remove a front bumper on an F-250. So if y'all want an actual in-depth video on that, I have a very, very old video that y'all can go watch. But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to set up this time lapse, remove the front bumper, just to feel like I've got something done. I also removed all of our rock lights. I don't know if y'all can see them laying back there. And we also got in some suede material for our headliner. So this is a black suede. So if y'all have found my channel or seen the video on my channel of the Starlight headliner video, I'm about to redo the Starlight headliner, redo the whole headliner in black suede, get some black WeatherTech floor mats, finish the sub box, all of that to kind of clean up the inside and add some more black on the inside. But with that being said, guys, stay tuned for that as well. If you haven't already, get down there and click that subscribe button, and let's get into this video. So I'm going to start a time lapse, get the front bumper taken off, and then we'll talk about what size lift I'm doing, what brand, what size tires, and I don't have the powder coat color picked yet, but hopefully next video I'll be announcing that, and hopefully next video I'll be announcing wheels as well. I will be right back to talk to you all. All right, so we got that taken care of and knocked out right quick. We've got the bumper laying right here. Like I said, I'm going to be repainting every bit of that. I'm going to repaint that top cap and repaint the bumper and respray the valance while I'm at it. Get that valance smoothed down and repainted so that thing is super smooth and color matched. I'm probably going to redo my windshield wiper cowl too, since the truck's going to be lower. You can see kind of some of the imperfections and stuff in it from where I installed it, and I was rushing it, and I kind of scratched some of the paint off with putting the hood back down, like trying to fit it in there. The one on the driver's side is very, very hard to get in without like scratching the paint. Both of the tow hooks and then this big bottom red piece, those will be the only pieces that are red on the truck whenever we put it back together, because those pieces are literally holding the truck up. And then also the trailer hitch. I forgot about the trailer hitch. So the trailer hitch and then this big old piece and both of the tow hooks are the only pieces that will be red whenever the truck goes back together. So if you're watching a future video and you're like, why did you not powder coat those pieces? That's why. But of course, we'll get all that stuff done after we get the truck back together. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about a major issue as the reason that y'all clicked on this video. we've run into an issue with FedEx, I guess. I'm about to show you all. So I'm doing a PMF lift. So we're doing a PMF lift with the fabricated arms. It's their long arm kit. It's going to be set up for between 10 to 12 inches of lift for optimum ride quality. Of course, you can change that a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, whatever. But on King coilovers with their PMF HD buckets, which I'll try to throw a picture of that if I can remember whenever I'm editing the video. So we are doing a PMF lift. So PMF is the newest sponsor here on the YouTube channel. So huge shout out to Trevor at PMF Suspension. I really appreciate you all at PMF Suspension, all the hard work that you all put into your suspension products. Even whenever I was sponsored by Striker and ran their Striker kit, I had the PMF buckets with the high steer cross member and all of that. And even Striker and PMF kind of being competition, I guess you could say. They have a lot of respect for each other and work together on multiple SEMA builds. You know, a lot of the SEMA builds that run the Striker kits have the PMF buckets because PMF makes a really, really awesome fabricated bucket. And it's just, you know, most people have nothing but good to say about PMF. We did reach out to Trevor, and he is going to be a part of the YouTube channel now and a part of the truck build. So, of course, we'll be running a PMF decal on the back glass. And, of course, his suspension company will be shouted out on the YouTube channel often. And, of course, you'll be getting a full install review videos on all of his suspension products. You'll be getting to see how they come to me with shipping and stuff like that. So it'll be really, really cool for you all to get to see that a little bit better. I'm a little bit better at YouTube now than whenever I was sponsored by Striker. As far as like going to get my Striker kit, I know I made a video on that. And, of course, I'm a little bit bigger now on YouTube and get a little bit more views and stuff and have a few more supporters and people that watch my videos regularly. So all of y'all that are interested in this, make sure to tell your friends and whatever. Anybody that's interested in a PMF kit, they can DM me and I can hopefully get them set up. So make sure to stay subscribed and stay keeping up with the channel because we're about to do a lot of really, really cool content. And especially once the lift kit parts start rolling in, I think it should maybe come on like a big pallet through a freight company. So that'll be really, really cool just to get it all at once, have those big, beautiful King coilovers, those King shocks, the King dual steering stabilizer shocks, all of the fabricated arms and bracketry, and get to show you guys all the welds and stuff on this PMF stuff. It's really, really awesome stuff. I've installed multiple kits. I've actually done videos installing a kit here on the YouTube channel on a buddy's truck. So we are doing a 10 to 12. It will be somewhere in between 10 to 12 inches of lift, just depending on what I set the coilovers at. And then I think I've decided to go with a 37. So I think I want to go with a 37. I wanted to go with a 35, guys, just for fuel mileage and for drivability and stuff like that, because we are going to be driving the truck a lot more to shows and stuff in 2022. So I wanted to go with a 35 just for fuel mileage and all of that. But, you know, going from a 40 to a 35, the truck would be like a completely different truck. And I was kind of excited about that. If I kind of want to change it around, I think a 37 is what best fits me. So getting into the big issue that we've had today, everything is coming from PMF except for the leaf springs. So with our leaf springs that we purchased for these 99 through 07 trucks, the leaf springs actually change in 08 on the 6.4. They become longer. And you can actually do a swap to run the 6.4 leaf springs. But since we're only going to be doing a leaf spring rear end, like it's going to ride pretty stiff in the rear, with the King shocks, of course, will help it out. And running the pre-bowed leaf springs might stiffen it up just a little bit. But they are a soft ride 6-inch Pro Comp leaf spring. So you can purchase those on eBay. I picked up the set for like $360, $370. And one of them showed up and one of them didn't show up. So that's kind of the issue here. We can't really have any rear suspension if we don't have leaf springs, guys. So I wanted to show you guys how they shipped these, and I just thought that it was kind of crazy. So I'm going to go outside right quick and show you guys the leaf spring and how they shipped them. All right, guys, so here is our 6-inch soft ride leaf spring, and they zip tied the shipping label. This is the shipping label right here. Right here's the part number 23311. So if you have a 99 through 07 F250, then this would work out great. This is a 6-inch overstock, so this will lift your truck 6 inches in the rear without running a block or anything at all. So these paired with a 2-inch block will have us at 8 inches of lift in the rear. So it should be about 8 inches in the rear and about 10, 10 and a half, 11 in the front. And you'll get to see what that looks like, and we may change that up. It may not stay like that. So we may always change out the block. But as far as the leaf springs themselves go, They're a really, really nice quality leaf spring. They have the OEM load capacity and all of that stuff. I think it might actually be, they might be stronger than the factory ones as far as like load capacity goes and whatnot. But these will of course get completely taken apart and powder coated. So look forward to that video as well. And yeah, so I'm assuming these were supposed to be here like 5 days ago. I'm assuming this shipping label probably got ripped off and those are in the middle of a FedEx building somewhere. So with one of our leaf springs MIA, missing in action, we can't really take anything to powder coat, which I've talked to Brad and he's wanting everything to powder coat like all at the same time so he can just kind of knock it all out all at once and just kind of focus on it and go to all go to sandblast at the same time, all go to powder coat at the same time, stuff like that. So that makes more sense anyway. So not a huge problem that it hasn't came in yet. It has been like 5 or 6 days since the FedEx tracking number has updated. But with eBay, you're usually protected and all that stuff. So we should be fine. We just have to order another leaf spring. If you all have ever had that happen, the tracking number on FedEx says delayed and then the transit says pending. And it's literally not updated since Monday. Today's Saturday. So I'm pretty sure we can all make our best estimated guess and realize that that shipping label got ripped off 100%. So someone has a leaf spring somewhere at a FedEx terminal. So it is what it is, guys. No big deal. We can order another leaf spring. So that's kind of the only problem that we've ran into so far. And it may sound kind of weird like me keeping y'all updated to just such a small problem. But I want to literally show you guys everything along this build as we go. There are a lot of stuff. You know, you may take your truck to a shop and drop it off and tell, you know, they may be putting a bigger block in the rear and then they're like, man, we could order these leaf springs and you wouldn't even have to run a block. So then you order the leaf springs, your truck's there for 2 or 3 days. He's like, okay, it's 2 day shipping on the leaf springs. And then one of the leaf springs, this happens. And then literally such a simple job as just swapping out some leaf springs on a truck, which would take like 3 or 4 hours max, turns into a week-long project. And then your truck's on a lift or whatever, getting, you know, that's tying up their work. It turns into just a nightmare. So sometimes whenever you're building these trucks, guys, you will run into little bitty, stupid, simple problems that can make a pretty big headache for you. And that's just something that I want to carry you guys along with me and show you guys that. So we did get the bumper off, no problems there, thankfully. Got the headliner material in, so now we just have to order some starlight kits, and I'll probably go ahead and knock that out. We got all the rock lights off because I want to order more of those rock lights, and I want to install them how they should be installed because they weren't installed how they should have been installed when I done that the first time, because, you know, you live and you learn. That's how it goes here on the channel. We're going to show you guys everything. So now I know how to install rock lights a lot cleaner and a lot better. So that's what we're going to do, especially since this truck is going to be way more detailed and cleaner than it used to be. We also have to get the truck bed off so we can sand and bed liner the bottom of the truck bed and clean all of that up. We got to order new fender liners for front and rear. So then whenever we go to install our DB Auto rock lights, that stuff is in there correctly and super bright. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So I just wanted to keep you all updated. I am a little bit sick, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird, but we will have more content coming here very soon. Starting to get my energy built back up. And I have got these headlights right here. These are some Alpha Rex headlights. I got these babies going back together today. And then I've got these taillights I'm about to start on for a customer. And then also I've got these taillights for a local guy. He actually lives like an hour away. Him and his buddy watch the YouTube channel. So huge shout out to you all. Can't wait to meet you all and give you your taillights back. So we can all meet and go out to eat and whatnot. So that'll be pretty cool to get those taillights back. Got more taillights under there. More taillights right there. Taillights and truck stuff everywhere, guys. That's literally my life. That's every single day of my life. But I love it. So that's, you know, that's what the passion is all about. And that's why I make these videos, guys, so then you all, you know, we can share the passion together. So you all can watch these videos, start to imagine, you know, after I show you guys this powder coat color and the lift and everything, and you guys really see the lift come in and see the components and everything, you guys are going to be ecstatic, and you all will be starting to close your eyes and picture it in your head just like I do. And going into this, selling my other lift, I didn't really know what I was going to do, because I've talked to a couple different suspension companies. There are a lot of awesome suspension companies out there, and by me singling out PMF, that doesn't necessarily mean that I dislike any other suspension company. That's just who I'm going with. That's who's wanting to work with me. That's who I'm wanting to work with. And then we do have one more sponsor on the YouTube channel that I can't announce just yet because we haven't got everything figured out and settled everything and got everything on order. So I try not to talk about stuff until it's done, deal, out the door, on the way, like sounds good, invoice is paid, all that. But with that being said, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I just wanted to bring y'all along just a small little problem that we ran into here on the YouTube channel on the truck build. But we're going to get this all figured out and get the parts that we need here and ready to start piling up so we can take them off to sandblast and then take on the powder coat. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be all for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Always remember, everybody starts out as nobody. We still have some merch left, so if you want, go to www.justinhawksmith.com and pick you up some merch. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.